Hi, I'm Joshua Kemble, and this is day 73 of the 100 Days of Making Comics. The 100 Days of Making Comics challenge is a challenge started by my friend Kevin Cross, where you're supposed to spend 30 minutes a day for 100 consecutive days working on your own personal comic project. I'm working on Quarterly Stories, which is my graphic novel about faith and mental illness. That's a very personal story to me that I hand write, hand letter, hand ink, hand draw, and then hand to you, hopefully someday in print. But until that day, it's available serialized online at quarterlystories.com. And you can also support the comic by adding it through Tapas, the Tapas app. You can also find that online at tapas.io and just searching for Quarterly Stories within the Tapas app and then adding it to your library there, and it'll basically update every week. It always updates every week with a new page. It's a nice format to read the comic in as well, so I recommend if you like what you see on these vlogs or you have any curiosity about it, you check it out there as well. So today I'm going to be basically inking the panel borders for page 63 of Quarterly Stories, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty optimistic. Got most of my photo references taken yesterday, and I also yesterday did that early in the day because I knew that around 4 o'clock we would stop by the studio that my band has been recording in and lay out, fix some of the vocals on the 2 tracks that we did vocals for. And for those of you who are new to watching this, I also play in a rock and roll band and we're recording a demo. And so, so we just basically retracked some of the vocals, and I'll play some of that for you too after I show you kind of the progress of what I'm working on, because I like to kind of fill you guys in on my music. If you don't like the music, I'll try to tack that on at the end so that, you know, if you aren't here to check out the music, you're just here to support and check out my comic work, or you're following the hundreds and you're not that interested in rock and roll, you know, once I get past the update, then I'll tack the music on it at the end. So just for those of you who are interested in what I'm doing musically. Another good piece of news on the band front, like just for playing music, is we actually have a permanent bassist in our band now, which is really cool. It's been a long hunt. We've gone through a couple bassists who just kind of came in and were flaky or weren't that good and like all sorts of stuff like that, and it feels nice because we finally have a bassist who came in for the first time. He played those songs and tracked out a rough bass line. I'm sure we'll probably re-attack those bass lines once he's more familiar with the songs and stuff, but I think he did a pretty bang-up job just for having just walked in the studio and tracked those out. So so that I did that yesterday. That took up a lot of the day because recording always ends up taking 20 times longer than we expect, and that's something I should just start expecting. I thought I'd just stop by for like 2 hours, and so that's what's going on the band front. But we ended up with 2 tracks that I'm really happy with, and then we're gonna hopefully really get down the lyrics and the vocals for the next song, the 3rd song, and then probably retrack 3 more songs like live. One of them we have to redo. But anyhow, the point being, we're making progress on the demo, and I want to make sure we're having momentum on that project. I've talked about momentum before, but I think it's really important for creatives to sustain momentum on projects, because the problem with creative projects and the beauty of challenges like the 100 Days Challenge is it forces you to keep momentum going on your work. And the great thing about momentum, it's this weird thing, and I know it might be like a weird trendy thing to say, like in business and stuff, but there's truth to it. So that's why I think it's so popular to talk about the idea of momentum. It's like you get in a flow of creativity and you want to keep that going for as long as possible in a sustainable way. And good ways to kind of ignite that and make it happen are things like this 100 Days Challenge. So for instance, I have momentum on my comic right now, and part of that's because I attack my comic every single day so that I can keep and sustain that momentum. So anyhow, I'm also trying that same method with the band, where we're not supposed to, like, I don't want to let a ball drop. I want to keep everything spinning and moving so that eventually, you know, we end up with a demo, and then from there maybe we play more gigs and have a lot of fun with the band, and that's actually a really cool thing. It's very exciting, it's very reinvigorating, and it's a whole different realm of creativity, but I'm pretty proud of what we're doing. So, and I'm happier with the vocals on these new tracks. Like, there's just subtle things we needed to retrack and rework. It's definitely for the band I'm in, that's our weakest point is our vocals. We're definitely confident guitar players, confident drummers, confident bassists, all of that. But like when it comes to vocals, it's just something that requires a lot more work because it's something we're just less trained with. So, all right, so I'll let you guys go. I'm going to show you my page after I've basically done the hand lettering and hand ruled out the borders. There is a little bit more photo reference I need to kind of look up to before I get to that, so it might be a little darker by the time I update you guys again. But yeah, oh, and I should probably follow up to let you guys know about my dog CK. So the last vlog I kind of mentioned that he was kind of having some medical issues, and so we took him into the vet. And so far, all the tests have been really positive. They prescribed some antibiotics, and so hopefully that'll take care of that issue. We'll see. But I'm a little worried for him. He's an older pug, and I've lost dogs before, and honestly, it's weird, but I'm like super sentimental about my pets, and so yeah, so like I really love my dogs, and they're kind of like members of my family. I even have a page within this autobiographical comic where I'm kind of introducing 2 pugs, and one of them passed away of old age like last year. He was a rescue, and so this guy is the one that's left, CK, who's kind of our older dog now, and he's kind of filled the grandpa seat in the house. He you know, he's a really special little guy, so I'm pleased to know that he might be sticking around a little longer, because we definitely appreciate him, and he's a good little guy. So so I'll let you guys know, but so far the news on that's pretty positive too. So I hope you guys are having a really positive, momentum driven time on your hundreds challenges, and now let's see how I do on it. Alright, so I've done all the lettering on page 63 of Quarterly Stories, so that'll do it for day 73 of the 100 Days of Making Comics. So that'll do it for the 100 Days of Making Comics, day 73. Thanks to those of you who've liked, commented, shared, and subscribed to my YouTube channel. Dogs are barking. That means it's time to go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Mr. President, time to rig an election. Get a blank check from the corporation. Redirect the lines of minority districts. Disconnect the vote from the people within them. Push double talk, get all blue with theory. Trickle down the piss till the vision gets blurry. False through soft words for words in vain. It's a vanity and knowledge. Your votes are cast and disdain. Overwritten by the college, government issues and decrees. Nothing works and nothing's free. When words they sell on radio, with fake facts to build the show. Building a bridge to nowhere, doing it for the emperor. Making a monument of gold, doing it for the emperor. Tear down the bridge to nowhere. Mr. President, time to rattle the sabers. Start a proxy war just to curry their favor. Make up the truth cause it blurs with the lies. Yeah, whatever it takes to keep them voting with blind eyes. Media, lots of subtle distractions. Use hate speech to break them all into factions. Fascist seed planted in their words. The blood of war comes through their veins. Rob the poor of the rights they speak. Notice that they're all the same. False truths are forged for words in vain. It's a vanity and knowledge. Your votes are cast to their disdain. Overwritten by the college. Building a bridge to nowhere. Doing it for the emperor. Making a monument of gold. Doing it for the emperor. Tear down the bridge to nowhere. We don't need emperors. to you. Open your eyes to what is true. My eyes are open to what's true. Now you can't tell us what to do. Spit back the lies you fed to you. Open your eyes to what is true. My eyes are open to what's true. Now you can't tell us what to do. Open your eyes, open your eyes. 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 Open your eyes. Mr. President, time to rig an election. Frozen, waiting for return until the wrath that I deserve is dressed and ready to be served on silver platters. Golden dreams they often burn, consumed till I have lost the nerve to make the dreams that I deserve a life that matters. You're waiting for some kind of